Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to Yorkshire Media One. I am Matt, your host, your presenter, and I'm with this presenter.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm with the numpty, as you can see.
No, I'm not a numpty. Yes, we are
You was
your
talking
host, your
numpty last night.
No, I wasn't. Yes, I am your host, your presenters, whatever you want us to be. And yes, we are cheaper and better than the BBC, even though I got an article from them. So there you go. So, what is Jen on about? I'm talking numpty. Well, when I talk like this,
Numpty talk.
no, it's a foreign language where everybody knows. Just remember, they know what I said. So, here comes the disclaimer. I'm not an expert on these things. Yes, I'm doing another conspiracy theory, part 2. But I'm not an expert on these things, so that's the disclaimer. This is our opinion, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our own opinion and our own beliefs. So, let's continue. Now, the most controversial conspiracy theory and hoax going at this moment in time is always about the 1969 moon landing. Did we really land on the moon? Did NASA, America, land on the moon? In my opinion, this is only my opinion, yes they did. It's been debunked so many times. It wasn't faked. Impossible. It wasn't faked. It was real. We really did land on the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and that, they did really walk on the moon. Now, I think all these people who say, no, it was faked, you are really disrespecting history. I mean, people have died to get them there, like Apollo 1. 3 men died in that. So, show some respect and talk about it, and talk about it properly, not stupidly neither. So, my opinion is that we did land on the moon. Now, Jen's got an article.
It's a bit of an article. I think this was done a year ago, so this says 55 years when it's in fact 56 years since we landed on the moon.
It's an up-to-date article.
So it goes, did the moon landing really happen? It's a conspiracy theory that continues to overshadow one of the greatest achievements in history. And it says more than 55, as we know it's 56 years now, since Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to walk on the moon. And why do some people still believe that the landing was a hoax? Oh. So I could talk about what are conspiracy theories. Or do I
go back to the top?
I read that. I read all that.
Read the next one.
So it goes, what are conspiracy theories? Now, conspiracy theories are beliefs that certain events are secretly controlled by highly influential groups.
Yeah.
And these theories often appear after major events, such as the assassination of the US President John F. Kennedy in 1963 and the 2001 attacks on the World Trade Center in New York, when there can be panic and uncertainty in society. Other conspiracy theories include the Earth being flat instead of a sphere, and that the COVID-19 vaccine contained microchips.
No, they don't.
They often lack solid evidence and spread false information, causing confusion and distrust. These theories can often be spread by people who want to look knowledgeable about something that is secret, and learning to spot and question them is crucial for making smart decisions. Now, the Great Moon Hoax.
This is what we're talking about.
This is it now. There have been lots of conspiracies and fake news about the moon. One of the earliest fake news stories happened way back in 1835.
Yeah.
The Great Moon Hoax was a series of articles in the New York Sun claiming that a famous astronomer had discovered life on the moon. And these articles were intended to be a joke, but showed how easily false information can be spread.
Yeah.
So now, was the moon landing fake? Despite plenty of evidence and scientific proof that this isn't the case, many people still to this day think the 1969 moon landing was fake, and that mankind has never taken one small step, let alone one giant leap on the lunar surface.
Well, we have.
Much of this is down to a handful of conspiracy theories that continue to be shared online, with popular moon conspiracy videos on TikTok racking up millions of views and getting thousands of likes.
Yeah.
Conspiracy about a waving flag. The moon doesn't have a significant atmosphere and it
Nope.
doesn't experience weather as we know it on Earth. So why does the image show the American flag waving?
Well, that's easy.
If you look closely at the image, particularly along the top edge of the flag, you will see a pole has been extended to help it hang correctly. And when the astronauts were trying to perfectly place the flag in the ground, the movement led to the rippling effect you might see in images.
Correct.
And as there's little atmosphere, the flag stayed in the same position once they left. Conspiracy, no stars visible. Some argue that the lack of stars in the photos prove it was staged. If the image really was taken on the moon, shouldn't we be able to see a sky full of stars?
No.
The sky may look black, but remember the image was taken during daytime on the moon, and both astronauts and the lunar landscape itself are brightly lit by the sun. If you're going to take a photo of a brightly lit scene, the camera settings will need to be different than those required to take
Correct.
photos in darker
Correct.
surroundings.
Correct.
In a bright environment, faint objects like stars simply aren't going to show up, and the moon landing images focuses on the subjects in the foreground rather than the background. For pointers about lighting when filming, check out the video there's a video on here, so obviously we're not going to be able to
No.
check it out.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy, a footprint that doesn't match the boots.
It does.
Conspiracy theorists claim that the moon landing was fake because Neil Armstrong's preserved spacesuit doesn't match the footprint image pictured on the moon.
Well, it does.
However, the moon footprint in the photograph was made by Buzz Aldrin, not Armstrong.
Exactly.
Also, the footprint was of a lunar overshoe, something both astronauts wore over their spacesuit boots
that's right.
to provide them with added traction in the dust.
Yeah.
They left these overshoes on the moon because of weight issues. The confusion arises from a photo of Armstrong's suit taken by astronomer Phil Platt in 2015 showing a different sole design. Without fact-checking these sorts of examples, you could be at the risk of spreading misinformation,
False
which
news,
is when
basically.
people unknowingly share false news. When you're scrolling through your social feeds, think critically about what you're reading. Watch and sharing.
Yeah.
Here are some, sorry.
It's all right.
Here are some tips for fact checking. You check multiple sources. Reliable information is usually reported by several reputable sources.
Which I have. This is the 15th source. I checked.
Verify with experts. Trust information from the experts in the field. For example, if you're reading about the moon landing, look for facts from scientists and educators. Look for evidence. Credible claims are backed by evidence and scientific data. And be aware of AI images on social media.
Exactly.
Here's some advice on how to spot manipulated images.
Right, we don't need that.
But that's it.
Right, go back and I'll do this section by section. Right. So, here we go. Did the moon landing really happen? Yes, it did. It happened in 1969 when TV images were broadcast around the world, and even an Australian site transmitted the signal as well. And yes, you did really see the moon landing in 1969 from the moon, which is what, 200,000 miles away. So yeah, it did really happen. The next theory. Go on, next theory.
Well, that's just talking about conspiracy. The Great Moon Hoax of 1835, that might have been a hoax because...
Well, that was an hoax, wasn't it? Because it was a journalist who said, "Oh, I spotted, he's seen life on the moon," when there wasn't. So that's definitely an hoax.
And obviously people believe
So that's
it.
the Great Moon Hoax of 35?
35.
Yeah. So that's the Great Moon Hoax of 1835. Was the moon landing fake? Display of evidence, scientific proof. Now, people are still going on about this. Now, I've checked it out with different people and things like that. And even NASA's own... I've looked at NASA's own files as well. It's public and that, and you can see them. You know what I mean? So, yes, the moon landing is not fake. It really did happen. Next.
About the waving flag.
The waving flag. Now, if you watch proper documentaries like I do, like, you know, what's on Discovery Plus at the moment, the truth behind the moon landings, if you watch that, you'll see an astronaut extending the flag. Now, the flag didn't fully extend, the pole didn't fully extend. And if you didn't know, the flag is wrapped and it was stored on the ladder of the moon lander. So when they landed, they came down the ladder. The flag were on the left-hand side of that ladder. And they got it and extended the pole, but it jammed. And when you were putting it in, it looks like the flag's waving because there's a rod what holds it on top. And it looks like it's waving when it's not. There's no atmosphere. It can't wave. And that's what that was. What's the next one?
No stars visible.
No stars visible. The only reason why you don't see stars, this is my own opinion, and I am an amateur photographer, is the settings wasn't set for that. It was set for coming down the stairs, the moon lander. So that's what the settings were set at. That's what they set it as.
And it was taken during the daytime.
And it was taken, it was taken through during the daytime. The sun was coming up behind the lander, and if you watch it, you can see a little bit of shadow, but they enhanced Walking on the Moon from 1969. Shows it in great detail. Only reason why it's reflective is his spacesuit is reflective, and some of the on the moon is reflective as well. But the camera wasn't set up to pick up stars. It was only set up to pick up the lander and the filming of the moon. So there's your reason why there's no stars.
And then obviously the footprint doesn't match. They
The
actually
footprint,
explained that, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, the footprint's easy to explain, and that they wear overshoes
And they left them on the moon.
like they wear overshoes on a crime scene, so they don't put footprints in them themselves because they're clear. So now these overshoes, what the astronauts had, is a different print, which it is, and they left them on the moon because of weight. So when they got back and they took a picture of Neil Armstrong's boot, obviously it's got the wrong tread pattern because he didn't walk on the moon with that boot. Well, he did, but the overshoe. It's so easily explained. But in our opinion, yes, this did happen. And please stop disrespecting history. It really did happen. And that the only reason why, and I know this for a fact, the only reason why this came about is because of a film called Capricorn 1 and Space Odyssey 2001. They thought Stanley Kubrick had literally set up a studio and faked the moon landing, which he didn't. And also, his special effects team did not do that. And that's explained the truth behind the moon landing on Discovery Plus. So, also, the film Capricorn 1, it's all about going to Mars. It's all about a rocket going up to Mars. And in this film, they found out that the capsule were faulty. And on the way back, they could die. The heat shield could slip and kill the occupants inside. So they decided to fake the Mars landing in the film Capricorn 1. And that's what they did. And when the capsule came back, because what was going to happen is it was going to splash down and they're going to put the men back in secretly and to show that it really happened. But it didn't. The heat shield slipped and the capsule burnt up. That's on the film Capricorn 1. And that's why people think the moon landing was fake. It wasn't. We did get there. Unfortunately, John F. Kennedy didn't, because he was assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald. And that's a fact. All these are facts, what I'm saying. So we did. Fact, we went to the moon. Well, America went to the moon in 1969. So there you go. So that's it for this conspiracy part 2. That's everything what we know, and it's everything what I've researched as well. So thank you for watching. If you liked it and you're not bored, please give me a thumbs up. Please like. Please subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell icon and hit all. That will let you know when I'm uploading another video. It's free to subscribe to Gen V72 and Yorkshire Media 1. So please do so, more the merrier. Also, please share the video to your friends and your family and to other social media like X, Facebook and Instagram. Use the comment section below and let me know what you think. Don't forget, these are our own opinions. And that, if you've got a different opinion, that's entirely up to you. Comment below and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.
For now. Catch you all later. Bye. Bye, Numpty.
Bye, Numpty.